Commander Lisa Morgan stood on the bridge of the human warship as flames consumed the alien city below. The purple sky of Zelthara Prime burned orange now, reflecting the destruction that humanity had brought to this distant world. She felt no joy in the sight, only cold satisfaction that justice was finally being served. 3 months ago, the Galactic Empire had made their greatest mistake. They had killed Amy Patterson, a 6-year-old human child on the colony world of New Haven. The Empire claimed it was an accident during their routine inspection, but the footage told a different story. The alien soldiers had laughed as they executed the innocent girl for the crime of running toward them with a flower. The Empire thought humans were weak because they showed mercy. They thought Earth would file a complaint and accept some credits as payment for the lost life. They had studied human history and seen how humans fought each other, assuming this made them easy to defeat. But they had missed something crucial about humanity. Humans were pack animals, and when someone hurt their young, the entire pack would hunt until the threat was eliminated. Admiral Karen Blake had been in her office when the news reached Earth. She was known throughout the human military as someone who never lost her temper, who always found diplomatic solutions first. But when she saw the footage of little Amy falling to the ground, something changed in her eyes. Something cold and final. Within hours, every human military ship in the galaxy received the same message. Return to Earth immediately, no exceptions, no delays. The alien races watched with confusion as humanity pulled back from every sector, every trade route, every diplomatic station. The Empire celebrated, thinking they had scared the humans into retreat. Other species, like the peaceful Klaxons and the merchant Vorthak, sent worried messages asking if Earth needed assistance. Captain Betty Collins commanded the stealth reconnaissance ship that watched the Empire forces for 2 months as humanity prepared. She saw them grow comfortable, saw them begin expanding into territories that humans had abandoned. The aliens laughed about the cowardly humans who ran away after losing just one small life. They stopped laughing when the human fleet arrived. It was not like the careful, measured military actions that other species used. This was something primal and terrifying. 5,000 human ships appeared at once across 12 different Empire worlds. They brought no diplomats. They sent no surrender demands. They simply began burning everything. Lieutenant Amy Foster flew her fighter through the atmosphere of Zelthara Prime, watching the Empire defense ships fall like leaves in a storm. The alien vessels were more advanced, but they had never faced anything like human fury. The Empire pilots flew with precision and logic. The humans flew like they had nothing left to lose. On the ground, Colonel Mary Adams led the first human soldiers to set foot on an Empire world in 50 years. Her troops moved through the alien cities with mechanical efficiency, evacuating civilians to safe zones while systematically destroying every military installation, every government building, every symbol of imperial power. The Empire sent messages, begging for mercy, offering compensation, promising justice for Amy Patterson. But Earth had learned something important from studying galactic history. The Empire understood only strength. They had committed genocide against 7 different species over the past century, always stopping just short of complete extinction to avoid retaliation from the other major powers. But they had never fought humans before. Admiral Blake stood in the command center on Earth, surrounded by screens showing the systematic destruction of Empire worlds. Each burning city represented justice for Amy Patterson, but also a message to every other species in the galaxy. Humans were no longer the newcomers asking politely for a place at the table. The Klaxons, who had always considered themselves the most peaceful species in the galaxy, sent urgent messages to other races. They had watched humans for decades, seeing them as kindred spirits who preferred negotiation to violence. Now they realized they had completely misunderstood human nature. Dr. Susan Martinez, Earth's leading xenopsychologist, tried to explain it to the gathered alien ambassadors. Humans had evolved as persistence hunters, she told them. They did not give up. They did not forget. And when their young were threatened, they became something beyond rational thought. The Empire's final stronghold was their capital world, protected by the largest fleet ever assembled. Over 2 million alien soldiers prepared for the human assault. confident that their superior numbers would finally stop the seemingly unstoppable human advance. They were wrong. Commander Morgan led the final assault personally, her ship diving through the atmosphere as Empire fighters swarmed around her like angry insects. Behind her came the full might of human civilization. Every ship they had, every soldier, every weapon they had spent 3 months preparing. The battle lasted 18 hours. When it ended, the Empire's government was gone, their military destroyed, their people scattered to refugee camps on neutral worlds. But unlike the Empire's previous victims, humanity did not pursue total genocide. They simply removed every trace of Imperial power from the galaxy. As Commander Morgan walked through the ruins of the Imperial Palace, she found something that made her pause. It was a small alien child, no older than Amy Patterson had been, hiding behind a broken wall and crying for her parents. Morgan knelt down and offered the child her hand. The little alien looked up with the same innocent eyes that Amy had shown in the footage, the same trust that children of every species shared. This was why humans fought. Not for conquest or glory, but to protect that innocence. To ensure that no child, human or alien, would die because some powerful group decided their life had no value. The war was over, but humanity had changed forever. They were no longer the polite newcomers seeking acceptance from the galactic community. They were the species that others now watched carefully, that others respected, that others would think twice before threatening. And somewhere in the galaxy, in the refugee camps and the neutral worlds where Empire survivors tried to rebuild their lives, they told their children a new story. They told them about the humans who had seemed so peaceful and reasonable, right up until someone made the mistake of killing their young. Then the humans had set fire to worlds.